morning to you all.
Good morning.
I want to say you're most welcome to our roundtable discussion. And as we're all aware, we are in a few days' time going to commemorate the International Women's Day. And globally, we are looking at a theme that is going to be our determinant for this Women's Day. And it's basically based on gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow. And this global theme basically looks at the aspect of women in relation to the impact of climate change and also digital technology, how we can embrace to mitigate some of the measures arising from climate change. And in our topic, we are looking at women on digital and climate change, harnessing digital technology for inclusive climate change resilience. That's the key topic that we are looking at. And in focus here, we have women on digital and climate change. As we're all aware, climate change threatens food security in Uganda and the world over. And inclusive climate change, adaptation and resilience is increasingly a priority within the agricultural policy. And in this regard, climate change is affecting women disproportionately as they make up the largest share of the agricultural labor. And according to statistics that we have, women contribute up to 50% of the labor force that is used to produce food for both subsistence and commercial agriculture in the region. We are talking about our region here in West Nile. And according to the Uganda Bureau of Statistics Annual Agricultural Survey of 2018, more female adults, which go up to 88%, than male adults, that is 78%, are primarily engaged in agriculture. This is also found in the Uganda Bureau of Statistics record of 2020. And so in line with the global theme of gender equality, and today for a sustainable tomorrow, the United Nations Capital Development Fund is holding, of course, roundtable discussions for women who are harnessing digital solutions to improve their livelihood and reduce the climate-related risks they face. So in this particular roundtable discussion, we shall be focusing on women and on the digital and climate change. Moderating this discussion is myself, Stephen Chandia. I'm a member of West Nile Press Association. And with me in this roundtable, I have a number of ladies here who are going to share experience. I want to introduce them by mentioning them and what they do. From my right, I have Madam Stella Unimba. She's a digital village agent who has embraced some digital technology to see how they can move on in relation to farming. Madam Stella, I want to welcome you for this roundtable discussion. I also have Madam Desire Bako Fiona. She is a territory executive for Hamwe East Africa, based in Germany. She's also involved in digital technology aspects to help the farmers in that area. You are most welcome to this roundtable discussion.
Thank you very much.
And lastly here I have Madam Faida Mary. She's a digital community entrepreneur with the NCBCO organization, which is based in Koboko district. You are most welcome to the roundtable discussion.
Thank you.
Yes, these are the guests that I have here, and I want to welcome you. We would like to understand what we mean by climate change really. This is an element that the whole world is talking about, and we are looking at how this is impacting on us in light with agricultural activities that we are undertaking. So in simple terms, when we are talking about global climate change, we are talking about the change in weather patterns that we can no longer predict. And as our livelihood largely depends on agriculture, it is an issue. How are we moving about with these changes? I want to start with the Madam Desire, who is based in Germany. Can you briefly share with us, in the light of what you do, what do you exactly do in relation to embracing digital technology, especially among women, in regards to farming?
Thank you very much. Yeah, what Hamwe does with the digital technology is this. When you talk about climate changes, these are unpredictable changes in our communities. And if you could see these changes, they normally affect majority women. So Hamwe has a system called My Cook that enables to give information about weather changes to the farmers on how they can. It gives them messages about the weather forecast. Yeah, so this helps farmers to know exactly when the rain season will be in a month, or which month exactly is too much sunshine. They will know on how to program, or during their pre-season meetings, they will know when to start to plant, which type of crops exactly they're supposed to plant in each month. Yeah.
So Hamwe basically tries to bring the aspect of how climate change is affecting the community and what they need to do or
using
no.
the digital technology, they can be able to
Okay.
solve some of the challenges.
Yes, Madam Mary Faida,
Yes,
you are one of those who's involved in the farming activity, I believe.
yes.
And in this regard, we would like to understand how climate change is affecting you as a farmer in Koboko.
Yeah, for sure. As my colleague Desire has talked about it already, like in Koboko, this rain, in the month of January, some rain started. So whereby we as farmers, even me particularly, I thought the season has started, even whereby we opened the fields, even some of the seeds we tried to put, but again it has even disappointed. We came to realize that up to now the sunshine is still continuing, so that has already affected us in Koboko, not even in Koboko, but in West Nile region. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
So we're experiencing scorching sunshine,
Yes.
which is one of the negative impacts of climate change on farming in our area. That's true. Yes, but in line with this, you are involved in various digital approaches to mitigating these climatic changes as you continue to encourage group members to undertake farming, which is our main livelihood. Let's start with you, Stella, again. You live in the area where the refugees are, and you are a refugee yourself, whose livelihood we know depends on handouts from UNHCR or OPM, WFP, right? And do you undertake some farming?
Yes, we do. We do undertake some farming. But now the weather in Arua is unpredictable. Rain season starts in Arua, like for last year. Let me say, people expected rain to start by March, but it went up to July.
Mm-hmm.
That's when rain started. So it is very hard to predict rain in Arua.
Okay. What do you engage in? What kind of crop do you farm?
We do engage in vegetable production, then again sesame and sunflower.
That is simsim and sunflower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in light of this, how are you trying to help mitigate some of this climate impact? What do you get into to try to bring these farmers on board so that they can be able to see or get more information?
Yeah.
Is there some technology you embrace?
Yeah, like we do provide them. We have an app in a phone. We register them and we keep on sending them some information about the weather, about financial literacy, so that they know what is happening.
You profile the farmers.
Yeah, we profile the farmers.
Yeah. Of these farmers, let's talk about the number of women that's involved in this farming.
Like
Do you
I've
majority women?
profiled 1,200 farmers. Let me say 600 are women, and then the rest are men.
Okay.
Yeah.
About 600 women already. Okay. What kind of technology do you embrace in profiling this? What do you exactly use? Do you use mobile phones? Do you use something else?
Yeah, we use mobile phones. The criteria for registering these beneficiaries is one, you should have a telephone number, and if you don't have a telephone number, you can use your relative telephone number. But now the disadvantage here of using a relative telephone number is, one, you miss out the information we are sending you. You don't get it. Is your relative getting it, and it will be very hard for you to read what is being sent to you. Yeah.
So maybe you could share with us what prompted you to begin profiling these women?
Yeah,
or the farmers?
one is in this platform we are using. We have, because where we are, farmers face a lot of challenges of getting inputs. So we have come to solve the issue of inputs because we want them to know that when you're cultivating for commercial, you need to get this high variety. And down there they lack this high variety. And in this platform, it is very easy. We have the agro input dealers with whom we can connect you direct. Then secondly, after producing your products, we have ready buyers for the products. Once you harvest your simsim or sunflower, the market is ready for that. What farmers down there face is the market for their inputs. But now with this digital solution, we have come with buyers closer to them.
Okay. So you are using the mobile phone.
Yeah,
Do most of your members have the mobile phone, especially the women?
Not all women have mobile phones.
And so what do they do?
That is the challenge. Most of them use their relatives' phones. That, as I said before, most of them use their relatives' phones. They don't have phones. That is one thing women are facing down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we shall come to you again also to understand how you are trying to mitigate this. Let's get to Madam Faida Mary. In Koboko, as a village digital community entrepreneur, what do you exactly do?
Yeah, I think as even my colleague has said, if I look around, we are all doing the same thing, though in fact we are in partnership, but doing the same thing whereby also in my village there I started even I'm also doing the same thing, profiling farmers. That's
But before
what I also
profiling
do,
farmers,
but profiling,
what are you involved in?
me, I was involved in farming. Yeah, I do farming as a business, whereby I do grow sunflower, soya bean. So those are the crops that I majorly grow. Yes.
So you're involved in sunflower and soya bean production.
Yes.
And what has it been like in light of this climate change when you were doing that kind of agricultural activity? Have you faced challenges that should have driven you somewhere, probably?
Yeah, for sure. I faced challenges. Like for last season, I planted 2 acres of sunflower. I planted it because as even we have changed nowadays, to predict the rain is very hard. So we used to plant them by July. We were now planting for the second season. But last year, we planted at around August, so whereby even the yield was not to the expectation. So there was a drop of the yield, and even currently we are worried. And again, we were now in a process of saying that we would recover that during the first season for this year, but even currently also again the sun signs is still continuing, and we are not sure whether it will also favor us.
You have been going through a lot of challenges as a farmer, and I'm sure probably that's why you need to embrace some digital technology to see how you can be able to get more information on the prices and where you can market your product. Now, can you share with us what you have done as a way forward?
Now, the way forward here is as we have various platforms where we do share information with the other colleagues of ours who are also in other regions. That platform helps us to share the challenges that we have, and it even helps us also in linkages. Like if the market price in that area is okay, and then they are also able to share such information with us, for that also to be in partnership with them.
So you have moved to creating a platform.
Yeah.
How did you come up with this platform?
Well, with that platform, we as in fact even farmers, there are some of the farmers which have phones, though not all have phones, but those ones who have the phones, we have come up with that system whereby we created some WhatsApp platform, for those ones who have the phones. So those ones who have, they always access the information through those ones who have. Yes.
I believe this step forward has brought a change in your life, and the lives of people who might have also been impressed in this. Can you share with us whether you have experienced any change, where you have moved from to where you are now? That's in relation to the technology you're embracing.
Yes, I've witnessed changes, whereby me, even as I'm a mother, now I have children. Currently, I have 2. And it has opened for me, in fact, the way that I'm able to even now care for those children of mine with the knowledge that I got, because even it has exposed me to fetch more money. So whereby it helps me to pay my school fees, even to also do my personal businesses. Yeah, it has really helped me.
We can say that you have really come up from a number of odds to reach to this level where you are able to get some information and also roll it out to other women. Maybe briefly, how did you manage to beat these odds to come up to embracing digital technology?
Yeah, like this one, as I said, I started it individually, but as I was serious on what I was doing, because I had a focus, I know I was doing that, and there's this partner DCA that came onto ground after seeing what we are doing, and then we formed some group of ours, because we as women, so we know all the challenges we face. At times there might be one out of the 5 might be the same. So we tried to come up with some farmer group, so whereby we started from there. And then when DCA came in to support us, and then it continued with us, DCA was giving us the seeds, and then later on, that's when he introduces Nsibuko to us now. That is where I got the opportunity to learn on the digital literacy.
Okay.
Yes.
Looking at women involvement in this particular aspect of embracing digital technology, in Koboko, what do you say about the involvement of women?
Yeah, what I'm seeing there, it's really okay, because like mostly in all those farmer groups, most of the number we have of women. So whereby it is even easier for us, but only that there are some challenges that we do face, because for us, we as women, mostly men do undermine us. They just do determine us as like what I don't know, but with the current system, even we are now able to learn also. So with the knowledge that we have got, even we have got knowledge more than them, so whereby others are also now trying to bring some kind of violence. That you used to be just a goalkeeper, but nowadays with this system of years, now you want to brag at my home, what like that. So we also do face some of those.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's talk more about the number of women that are involved in your group, to whom you are rolling down some of these digital technologies. Can you share with us, like, are there people you have been able to roll out this knowledge you have?
Yes.
How you came up with it, and how many women are benefiting probably from this?
Like currently, out of those 7 groups, we have 30 members each. So even majority of the members are just women. Yes.
Okay. So how do those women, how do they manage this new technology?
We started
They
with
have the mobile phones?
Yes.
Mm.
At first they were not having, though some few were having. So when I started the training with them, we start with just those ones who are there, and even those ones who doesn't have the phone, they were also there. So we started with them, and it was also not easy, because someone who even stops at P3 for you to train that person to use that system, it was also a challenge. But due to the trainings that we had conducted, even I was able also to achieve my goal. Yes.
Oh, that's great. Let's move to our colleague here from Germany. From Germany, can you maybe briefly share with us? You are dealing with the farmer groups in Germany, and in relation to this technology aspect that you are trying to help these women pick up. Mary has just mentioned some of the challenges here, and maybe as the territorial person in charge of the territory in Germany, how are you rolling out this aspect of technology to the women in the light of some of these challenges, which I believe could be common?
Thank you very much. As I said, Hamo East Africa came up with a technological tool called My Coop. Yeah, in that it's a system. What they first do is they capture the farmer groups. So when they capture these farmer groups, these farmer leaders, are categorized maybe according to parishes or village. So maybe in a village, if you have 5 farmer groups, so those farmer groups sit down and get one person, and that person will be the digital agent who will be looking after the 5 what? Those 5 groups. So what we do, the digital agents have to profile these farmers into our system. And if you could look at our system right now, you may find out of the 90,000 farmers profiled in a group, 50,000 are women. And if you could look at the digital agents that we have, 300 are what? Are female. Yeah. So actually this digital technology help women to actually express themselves. They are enrolled into the system. They can even make their own decision. They can stand firm and make their own decision. Not like those days whereby if you could find majority, you find men leading women, and they can't make their own decision on what they want to do. But through this digital technology Hamwe has brought, women are able to decide on what crops they want to plant in a particular season.
Okay.
So that's how the advantage of our digital system.
So you have an app.
Yeah,
You have a
an app
software
called-
that is downloaded onto the phones.
Yes.
Do most of these farmers you are dealing with have the phones, say maybe the smartphones,
Okay.
and then also the usability of this app?
You know, Hamwe gets digital agents. So the criteria we use to get the digital agent. First of all, an agent has to know how to write or read, and the agent has to be preferably a youth and preferably a woman. Yeah, so those are some of the criteria that we use to get it. So we believe through the agents that we get, we give them the funds. So they're able to train the farmers that they're leading. They're getting it.
So
And
Hamwe
through
gives
our-
out phones to the
No,
farmers?
we don't give, but we give funds to credit. So
Okay.
as everybody, at least they can access the funds on credit. Then after they pay the money.
Okay. What about on the usability of this app on the phones?
The usability.
How easy is it for the women in the villages to make use of this app?
Okay. Since I told you we have agents in Africa that are training these women, they keep on learning. Through training, these women are able to learn. Continuous training motivates them. At least they get to know something and have interest in it. Yeah, that's what we normally do to at least bring up the women up. Yeah.
Okay. I think we have heard it very clear from
Yes.
Desire here.
Yeah.
From Desire and then also from Stella. Stella would like to get to wrap up this. We are looking at what the future holds for us in the line of digital technology, embracing digital technology. We want to look at what more can be. Where are the gaps? Where are the gaps, particularly for the women, in embracing digital technology to do farming? And what more can be done? Stella.
Yeah, thank you. I know most of the women down there, as been said by my colleagues, most of the women down there, they don't have phones. So for them to get this information through the platform, they need to have phones. If we can talk to the network people with mobile phones, we talk to them and they bring the phones down there in terms of loan, they pay it for the women to access this platform. Yeah.
So there's need for more phones,
Yeah.
probably. And what about on the use of these phones? I know,
We keep on training them on how to use the phone. Like for us, when they want to get their seed loans, we tell them we don't get the cash in our hand. There's a code we give them, then they enter it in the phone. They'll just get there. We don't touch their money.
you told us that some of the women use the phones of their relatives.
Yeah.
Has there been any challenge in relation to that?
Yeah, like the messages we send to them, they don't get it. They lose a lot of information. They don't get access because all the time their relatives are moving with the phone, and when the messages are sent, they don't access the messages. That is the challenge most of
Or even the relatives forget to tell them there was some message for you. Okay. Yes. Yes, Mary.
Yes.
On the side of Koboko, where do you see the gaps and what more can be done?
Yeah, in fact, even the gaps, as I say, because we are speaking the same language, we are doing the same thing, and all even what we are going to share will be the same. Even still, the problem of phones, it is also there. And then problem of seeds. That one still, it is even the phone causing that. So as she has said, these partnerships like the network companies like MTN, Airtel, if they can be able to give us those phones on credits and then we would pay in bits, it would be better. Yeah, those are the gaps that I'm seeing.
Okay. Oh, yes. Desire, you have something to say.
Yes, I have something
Yes.
to say. As Amway, East Africa, we can come like we can give these phones to the digital agents in credit. I remember these digital agents are the ones who go to these farmers. For example, I told you our system can even link the farmers to market in a way that the digital farmer goes to this particular, like the digital agent goes to this particular farmer, get the records of the harvest they have, and it's already in the system, and in this system we have already buyers who could buy their products as long as they're in bulky. And when it comes to the aspect of the seed, still the digital agent will go and get orders of the farmers. And these orders will reflect into a system whereby we shall know that in Koboko, this particular group wants this amount of sunflower. So definitely it will, in fact, it even cuts the cost of people coming from the village up to the town to buy this particular seed. So it will be brought in that particular sub-county, and that's where they're going to get it. So that's how the system kind of tries to save the farmers from other costs.
Okay. I think certainly that must have changed the life of our friends here who are involved directly in farming. I think, well, from Koboko, yes, Mary shared with us how her life has changed, what she's able to realize now, not taking the goods to the market, but now the buyers come direct to her because the platform is there to inform the buyer that there is a product like this. I have this amount of produce that they can be able to pick from here. So I want us to wrap up this discussion that we have been undergoing, and I would like us to bring out the aspect of how we can be able to improve the use of digital technology among the groups that we are working with, especially the women. We have already spoken about these various forms of digital technology that we are using. So in what ways can we do that? Stella, let's start with you.
Yeah, I think one is we continue training the women, those who are illiterate, but when we take them slowly through the platform, I know they will catch up. When we continue giving them trainings, they will learn and enjoy the digital platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continuous training is what we are advocating for. Yes, Mary.
Yes.
From Koboko, what can be done? How can we promote the use of modern technology in this case?
What I'm saying is we should encourage more women who are who have not joined those groups to join the group so that they also get the opportunity to learn. Yes.
Okay. Yes, Desire?
We can sensitize the more women about the benefits of this platform. Yeah, in a way that, especially when it comes to the part of marketing, we have to explain to them how this system will connect them to the what? To the buyers, how it breaks off the middlemen. Yeah, so as they can be able to benefit from them. And through their benefits, it will improve their standards of living. They can be able to take children to school. They can even be able to afford bills for the hospital. Yeah, so they should know about the benefits of this platform.
Okay. So there's need to do more sensitization so that they're able to embrace the use of this technology and be able to change their life for the better. Well, I want to say I thank you so much, my panelists, for having come for this roundtable discussion. Stella is from Ariwa, Mary is from Koboko, and of course Desire is from Adjumani. And as we are looking at celebrating the International Women's Day this year, of course the focus is on women, on digital and climate change. So in this regard, it is important that we look at digital technology in light of the changing climate conditions, knowing that women are much more involved in agricultural activities which sustain the families. And we need to understand that climate change threatens food security in Uganda and of course the world over, as we said earlier. And in this regard, we should be able to promote women in embracing digital technology, to involve in fruitful farming activities, and also to be able to get and share information on what they produce. And on that note, I want to say once again, thanks a lot for having participated in this discussion, and let us have fruitful and happy International Women's Day celebrations 2022. Thank you very much.
Thank you.